Imagine stepping outside and realizing you're not at the top of the food chain, not even close. Long before humans appeared, Earth was ruled by predators so strange and deadly. They made dinosaurs look like playground bullies, from sky-high birds to deep-sea nightmares. These are 10 prehistoric beasts that will make you glad they're extinct, except for one, because one of these monsters is still out there, lurking in our oceans, alive today. Keep watching. You'll want to know which one it is before your next swim. Number 1. Titanoboa carajonensis. The Titanoboa was the undisputed heavyweight of the snake world, stretching an unbelievable 42 to 47 feet, longer than a city bus, and weighing over a ton. It lived around 60 million years ago, during the Pliocene epoch, thriving in the hot, swampy lowlands of what is now northern Colombia. Its fossils were first unearthed in the Sarajevo coal mines, where scientists found vertebrae so massive they realized they belonged to the largest snake ever known. Titanoboa was not a venomous hunter. Instead, like today's green anaconda, it relied on sheer muscle power, ambushing prey and constricting them with over 400 pounds of pressure per square inch. This strength meant it could kill giant crocodilians and carbonomies, massive prehistoric turtles, swallowing them whole. Its immense size was possible thanks to the warm climate, which helped cold-blooded reptiles maintain the high metabolism needed for such a body. Some scientists suggest that if you swam in Titanoboa's territory, you might never see it until it was already coiled around you. Paleobiologists estimate it could hold its breath for long periods, waiting in murky waters for the perfect strike. The sheer scale of this predator reshaped our understanding of post-dinosaur ecosystems, and yet it was just one of many nightmares the prehistoric world had in store. If Titanoboa ruled the swamps, our next predator was the tyrant of the open seas, a reptile so massive, even sharks would have been on the menu. Number 2. Mosasaurus hoffmanni. The Mosasaurus was the apex predator of the late Cretaceous oceans, first identified from fossils unearthed near Maastricht in the late 1700s. It wasn't a dinosaur, but a colossal marine reptile, closely related to modern snakes and monitor lizards. Adults could reach lengths of up to 56 feet, with a streamlined body built for speed and surprise attacks. Its double set of teeth, including pterygoid teeth in the roof of its mouth, meant prey had almost zero chance of escape once bitten. Fossil evidence shows Mosasaurus devoured plesiosaurs, large fish, sea turtles, and even members of its own kind. A powerful tail fluke drove it forward like an underwater missile, enabling lightning-fast lunges. Reconstructions suggest it may have had a forked tongue, giving it an even more menacing, serpent-like appearance. Its fossils have been found across nearly every continent, proving it ruled seas worldwide before the dinosaurs vanished. Some scientists compare its hunting style to killer whales, calculated, coordinated, and merciless. But as deadly as Mosasaurus was, it would eventually give way to new apex predators on land. And that's where our next killer takes center stage. Number 3. Terror birds. Forus racidae. When the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event wiped out the dinosaurs, it left a power vacuum on land in South America, and the terror birds stepped in without hesitation. These flightless carnivores could stand up to 10 feet tall, towering over most prey, with beaks shaped like giant hooked axes. Fossils suggest they could sprint at speeds of 40 miles per hour, easily outrunning small mammals in open terrain. Species like Kelenken guillermois had skulls more than 2 feet long, among the largest of any known bird. Their killing method was swift, a downward hammer strike to the head or spine, followed by violent shaking to finish the job. Clawed feet added another deadly weapon, capable of slashing and pinning prey to the ground. For over 60 million years, they ruled unchallenged until the formation of the Isthmus of Panama allowed new predators to invade. The arrival of saber-toothed cats and other carnivores eventually pushed them into extinction, yet their fossilized tracks remain a chilling reminder of a time when the deadliest thing you could meet in a field had feathers. And while these killers ruled the land, something far older and stranger was already terrorizing the seas. Number 4, Dunkleosteus terrelli. The Dunkleosteus swam Earth's oceans over 360 million years ago during the late Devonian period. At up to 33 feet long and weighing 4 tons, it was one of the largest placoderm fish ever discovered. Instead of teeth, it wielded massive, sharpened bony plates that acted like self-sharpening shears, slicing through armor and flesh alike. Studies show it could unleash a bite force of 8,000 pounds per square inch, powerful enough to snap a prehistoric shark in half. Its head and chest were encased in heavy armor, giving it an almost mechanical, tank-like appearance. Fossils reveal it was far from picky, eating fish, sharks, and even other Dunkleosteus. Its jaw mechanics allowed it to open and close its mouth in as little as 1/50th of a second, making ambush attacks almost impossible to avoid. Remains of partially digested prey have been found alongside its fossils, evidence of meals too large or tough to fully consume. It lived during what paleontologists call the Age of Fishes, a time before reptiles, birds, or mammals even existed. But in the ages that followed, predators took to the land again, and one of them would grow larger than any carnivorous mammal before or since. Number 5. Andrewsarchus mongoliensis. Known from a single massive skull found in Mongolia in 1923, Andrewsarchus has puzzled paleontologists for a century. Its skull measured nearly 3 feet in length, suggesting a body well over 13 feet long and a weight above 2,000 pounds. With bone-crushing teeth, it may have been capable of cracking open giant turtle shells or scavenging whale carcasses. Despite its wolf-like reconstruction, DNA studies link it more closely to hippos and whales than to carnivorous land mammals. It likely prowled coastal plains and river mouths, hunting fish and land animals while scavenging anything that washed ashore. Its short, powerful legs and hoofed feet hint at a predator adapted for bursts of speed rather than long chases. The expedition that found it was led by Roy Chapman Andrews, the real-life inspiration Indiana Jones. Without more fossils, its exact appearance remains debated, leading to widely varying reconstructions. If it hunted, it would have been one of the most formidable land carnivores in history. If it scavenged, it was still the biggest of its kind. And just when you think that's as bizarre as ancient predators get, the next one shows how evolution can take a familiar animal and turn it into a nightmare. Number 6. Platybelodon. The Platybelodon roamed Africa, Asia, and North America during the Miocene epoch about 15 to 4 million years ago. It looked like an elephant, but with an extraordinary twist, a lower jaw ending in 2 wide, flat tusks shaped like a shovel. Paleontologists believe these tusks were used to strip bark from trees, scoop aquatic plants, or slice vegetation like built-in scythes. Early interpretations in the 1920s suggested they were swamp dwellers, dredging soft plants from riverbeds. Later research showed their diet also included tough terrestrial plants, which they grasped with their trunk and cut away with those flattened tusks. Their unusual anatomy evolved from earlier Gomphotheres, ancient relatives of elephants that were widespread across continents. Fossil sites in China, Africa, and North America reveal they often died in groups, possibly from droughts or river floods. They could grow up to 13 feet long and weigh several tons, making them a challenge even for large predators of the time. Although herbivorous, their imposing tusks could have been used defensively against attackers. And while Platybelodon's odd mouth makes it one of prehistory's stranger sights, our next animal proves the seas produced even more alien designs. Number 7. Jaekelopterus. The Jaekelopterus was a shark-like fish that lived around 290 million years ago during the Permian period. It's famous for its bizarre spiral of teeth, a tooth whorl that grew continuously throughout its life. For decades, paleontologists debated where this spiral belonged, on the snout, hanging from the jaw, or even embedded in the throat. In 2013, CT scans finally revealed the whorl was housed entirely in the lower jaw, Functioning like a buzzsaw, new teeth formed at the back and moved forward as the spiral rotated, slicing prey with each jaw closure. Helicoprion could grow over 25 feet long, with the largest whorls reaching over 2 feet in diameter. Its closest living relatives are chimeras, deep-sea fish that still exist today but are far smaller and less intimidating. Fossils have been found in North America, Russia, and Australia, suggesting it was widespread in ancient oceans. The exact diet is debated, but its slicing bite would have been perfect for squid-like creatures and soft-bodied prey. And while Helicoprion's terrifying grin is long gone, it hints at something important. Not all ocean monsters went extinct. Number 8. Jaekelopterus rhenaniace. Imagine an 8-foot-long sea scorpion lurking in shallow waters. That was the Jaekelopterus. It lived around 390 million years ago during the Devonian period, making it one of the largest arthropods ever discovered. Its body was segmented and paddle-shaped, allowing it to swim after fish and other prey with surprising agility. 2 massive spiked claws extended from its front, used to snatch and crush victims in a vice-like grip. One fossilized claw, found in Germany, measured 18 inches, giving scientists the scale to estimate its overall size. Its relatives, the Eurypterids, ranged from tiny species the size of your hand to these absolute giants. It likely ambushed prey from below, surging upward in bursts of speed to seize them. Jaekelopterus lived in brackish and freshwater environments, which would have put it close to early land-dwelling life. Though extinct by the end of the Devonian, its range shows arthropods once held top predator status in ancient waters. But as we move back onto land, the next creature proves that rodents, yes, rodents, can be just as monstrous. Number 9. Phoberomys pattersoni. If you think rats today are unsettling, Phoberomys pattersoni would have been your worst nightmare. Living about 8 million years ago in what is now Venezuela and surrounding parts of South America, this was the largest rodent to ever exist. It measured over 10 feet from nose to tail, with an additional 5-foot tail, and weighed close to 1,500 pounds. Despite its size, it was a herbivore, feeding on grasses and aquatic plants near riverbanks and wetlands. Its skeletal structure shows massively built hind legs, which likely helped it rear up to reach higher vegetation. The skull contained oversized incisors, each over a foot long, capable of delivering a nasty bite if threatened. Its closest living relatives are capybaras, though the size difference is almost comical. Fossils have been discovered in layered sediments that were once ancient floodplains, often alongside the remains of crocodilians. This suggests Phoberomys had to constantly avoid being ambushed by large predators while feeding. And while it's strange to imagine a guinea pig scaled up to bison size, our final creature reminds us that some ancient monsters never disappeared. They're still here, lurking in the deep. Number 10. Giant squid, Architeuthis ducks. And here it is, a survivor we've been hinting at all along. The giant squid, a living descendant of ancient cephalopods, still prowls our oceans today. In the crushing black of the deep sea, it drifts silently, its massive dinner plate eyes scanning for movement in total darkness. Its longest specimens may reach up to 43 feet in females, with tentacles tipped in serrated suckers capable of gripping prey like grappling hooks. Fossil records suggest its ancestors were even larger and roamed oceans more dangerous than ours. Sightings are rare. Most of what we know comes from carcasses washed ashore or found in the stomachs of sperm whales. Its hunting strategy is one of patience, hovering motionless until a fish or squid ventures too close, then striking with lightning speed. The suction cups leave ring-shaped scars on whales, proof of epic battles in the deep. It's a living link to the predators that dominated prehistoric oceans, a reminder that not all monsters stayed in the past. Even now, beneath fishing boats and cargo ships, they glide unseen, an ancient nightmare hidden just beyond the reach of light. And as long as the ocean endures, this last echo of prehistory will continue to haunt the abyss. From bone-crushing snakes to birds that could shatter a horse's spine, these 10 creatures prove the prehistoric world was far stranger and more dangerous than we often imagine. So tell me, which of these beasts would you least want to meet face to face? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss our next dive into history's strangest predators. Speaking of which, in our next video, living sea monsters, prehistoric beasts that still swim among us, will go deeper into the giants still hiding in our oceans. The ocean never truly lets go of its monsters, and I'll see you next time if you're brave enough to dive with me.